There is something truly special about creating with your own two hands. It's a feeling that connects us to our homes and the people we love. Today, I want to invite you on a journey to make something beautiful and comforting. We are going to create a cozy, handmade throw blanket. This isn't just about making another item for your home. It's about pouring a little bit of your heart into a project you can wrap yourself in. Imagine a chilly evening, a warm cup of tea, and a soft blanket that you made yourself. That warmth feels a little different, a little more personal. It's a story woven with love and care. The beauty of a handmade blanket goes far beyond its threads. It's a testament to slowing down and enjoying the process. In our fast-paced world, taking the time to create something tangible is a gift to ourselves. Each stitch becomes a quiet moment of reflection, a small victory. This blanket will be a unique piece, a one-of-a-kind treasure that no shop can offer. It holds the memory of the afternoon you spent making it, the music you were listening to, and the joy of seeing it all come together. It becomes part of your family's story, ready for snuggles on the sofa or draped beautifully over your favorite armchair. This project is for everyone, whether you are a seasoned crafter or picking up a needle for the very first time. We will walk through each step together, nice and slow. I believe that creativity lives in all of us, just waiting for a little encouragement to bloom. This blanket is the perfect way to nurture that spark. We will choose soft fabrics, learn a simple stitch, and add a few special touches to make it truly yours. The goal here is not perfection. It's about the joy of making and the pride of creating something with your own hands that brings comfort and beauty into your space. So let's get ready to begin this wonderful project. Think about the colors and textures that make you feel at home. Consider the person you might be making this for, or the quiet corner where it will live. This blanket is more than just fabric and thread. It's an expression of your personal style and a source of incredible comfort. It's a chance to create a modern heirloom, a piece that will be loved and used for years to come. Let's gather our supplies and start making something that feels like a warm, gentle hug. The first step in any creative endeavor is gathering your materials. This is one of my favorite parts of the process. It's like a treasure hunt for textures and colors that speak to you. For our cozy throw, you will need 2 pieces of soft fabric, each measuring about 1.5 meters by 1.2 meters. A lovely choice is a soft fleece or a warm flannel. One piece can be a solid color, and the other can have a gentle pattern, perhaps a classic check or a subtle floral. This combination adds a beautiful layered look when you fold the blanket over. Feel the fabrics and choose what feels best against your skin. When you're choosing your fabrics, think about the feeling you want to create in your home. Are you drawn to warm, earthy tones like oatmeal, olive green, or terracotta? Or do you prefer cool, calming shades like soft gray, dusty blue, or a simple, clean cream? Don't be afraid to mix and match. A neutral solid paired with a classic pinstripe is always timeless. The weight of the fabric is also important. A medium-weight fleece will give you that perfect balance of warmth without being too heavy, making it an ideal blanket for all seasons. Next, let's talk about the tools you will need. The good news is, the list is wonderfully simple. You will need a good pair of fabric scissors for clean, straight cuts. You will also need a tape measure or a ruler to get your dimensions just right. To hold your fabric pieces together while you work, some sewing pins or clips will be your best friend. And for the stitching itself, we will be using a large-eyed needle, often called a darning or tapestry needle, and some thick yarn or embroidery floss. Choose a yarn color that either complements or gently contrasts with your fabric for a lovely finishing detail. Once you have your fabric, it's a good idea to prepare it before you start. I always recommend washing and drying your fabric first. This pre-shrinks the material, so you won't have any surprises after the blanket's first wash. After it's dry, give it a good iron to smooth out any wrinkles. This will make measuring and cutting much more accurate and a whole lot easier. Taking these few extra moments to prepare your materials sets you up for a smooth and enjoyable creative process. It's all about laying a good foundation for the beautiful work ahead. Now that our materials are ready, it's time for the magic to begin. Lay your 2 pieces of fabric on a large, flat surface like a clean floor or a dining table. Place them with the wrong sides together, so the pretty, soft sides are facing outwards. Take your time to smooth out any bubbles or wrinkles, making sure the edges line up as perfectly as you can. Once you're happy with how they are aligned, Use your sewing pins or clips to secure the two layers together. I like to place a pin every 10 to 15 centimeters around the entire border to ensure nothing shifts while we are stitching. With our fabric pinned and ready, we can start stitching. We're going to use a simple and beautiful technique called the blanket stitch. This stitch is perfect for beginners because it's easy to learn and creates a lovely decorative edge that also securely joins the two pieces of fabric. To start, thread your large-eyed needle with a long piece of your chosen yarn, but don't knot the end just yet. We'll secure it in a clever way. Begin at one corner, pushing your needle from the back to the front about 1 centimeter in from the edge. Leave a short tail of yarn at the back, which we will stitch over to hide it. Now for the stitch itself. Push the needle through both layers of fabric from back to front, about 1 centimeter to the right of your starting point. Before you pull the needle all the way through, loop the working yarn from the spool around the point of the needle. Now gently pull the needle through, and you will see a neat little stitch form right along the edge. That's it. You've made your first blanket stitch. Continue this process all the way around the blanket, keeping your stitches as evenly spaced and as consistent in height as you can. But remember, the charm is in the handmade quality, so don't worry about perfection. As you work your way around, you might find a rhythm. It can be a very calming and meditative process. If you run out of yarn, it's easy to start a new piece. Simply tie a small, secure knot with the old and new yarn ends on the inside of the blanket, where it won't be seen, and continue stitching. Feel free to experiment with this technique. You could try using a contrasting color of yarn for a bold look, or even try a different stitch like a simple running stitch for a more minimalist feel. This is your creation, so let your creativity guide you. We're almost at the finish line, and now it's time for those final touches that make your blanket truly special. Once you've stitched all the way around and returned to your starting point, it's time to secure your work. Simply tie a small, discreet knot on the inside edge and carefully trim any excess yarn. Now step back and admire what you've created. You have a beautiful, functional throw blanket made with your own hands. But if you want to add a little extra flair, you could add some lovely tassels or a fringe to the corners or the shorter edges. Making a fringe is wonderfully simple. Cut several strands of yarn, each about 20 centimeters long. Take a bundle of 5 or 6 strands, fold them in half to create a loop, and use your needle or a crochet hook to pull the loop through the edge of your blanket. Then thread the loose ends through the loop and pull it tight to create a knot. You can add these tassels every few centimeters along the 2 shorter sides for a classic cozy look. This little detail adds texture and movement, turning your simple blanket into a real statement piece for your home. Now that your beautiful blanket is complete, you'll want to take good care of it. To keep it soft and lovely for years to come, I recommend washing it on a gentle, cool cycle in your machine. It's best to wash it on its own, or with similar colors to prevent any dye from running. When it comes to drying, you can tumble dry it on a low heat setting, or even better, let it air dry by draping it over a washing line or drying rack. This gentle care will preserve the softness of the fabric and the integrity of your stitches, ensuring many more cozy moments. Finally, the best part of any project is sharing the joy. Drape your new blanket over your sofa, fold it at the end of your bed, or wrap it around your shoulders on a cool morning. Take a moment to feel that sense of accomplishment. You made this. I encourage you to share a photo of your creation with friends or a creative community online. There's a wonderful connection that comes from sharing our handmade journeys. I hope this project has inspired you to continue creating beautiful things for your home, one stitch at a time. Enjoy every snuggle,